Economic experts are forecasting rapid growth and new job creation in Atlanta's technology industry in the coming year. But did you know that equally significant is the ever-expanding high-tech workforce and telecommunications infrastructure, as well as thousands of technology firms now calling the state of Georgia home? That's right. Across Georgia come reports of positive growth projections that secure our state's position as a leader in the global marketplace. One example that few are aware is nestled along the southeastern coast of our state, encompassing Georgia's most prominent islands, including Jekyll, St. Simons, and Sea Island. There, the county's IT department is committed to configuring a stable and secure world-class computing environment designed to accommodate future needs while minimizing operating costs. Greetings, everyone. It's Tuesday, September 16, 2014, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. I'm your guest host, Frank Baia. Up to the Tech Talk, we head south to Georgia's fabulous coastal islands, and from a technology perspective, where local demand meets local supply, an unexpected near-tropical environment supported by local government visionaries and a county IT department committed to being a driving force for the development of innovative technology infrastructure to its residents, its visitors, and to its business community. That's right, Jekyll Island, St. Simons, and Sea Island. It's a Tech Talk about Glynn County, Georgia, and the county's IT department that for over a decade has continued to work together to open up new economic opportunities for this region of the state. We meet Suzanne Porada and James Manning, systems analysts. Suzanne has worked for Glynn County for approximately 10 years. Prior to her current role, she held positions in information technology as a project manager for B.F. Goodrich Citicorp and a senior analyst for First Energy. James, he has been a committed and a crucial member of the team working for Glynn County for more than 7 years. Among a series of tech accomplishments last year, they rolled out a mobile application called Glynn Connect as part of a continued commitment to building a digital infrastructure for all of its community. Discover a county and its IT department that has undertaken the task of continued growth of technology and delivering this vital tool, supporting and encouraging growth in this part of our state. As we Tech Talk with systems analysts Suzanne Porada and James Manning, Glynn County, Georgia. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. Suzanne, James, welcome to Tech Talk.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I know that our listening audience is going to find some really interesting information, some ahas that they know, I'm sure they don't really know a lot about. We're going to be focusing on Glynn County. Tell us, Suzanne, if you will, Glynn County has been an info customer for nearly 10 years, but tell us about your relationship and what your experience has been like.
Well, our experience with the company did begin about 10 years ago when we were replacing outdated software in our community development department. The software back then was from a company called Hanson Information Technologies, and shortly after we acquired it, Infor purchased the company. And since then, Infor has grown, and the product Hanson has grown and evolved into something they're calling now IPS, or Infor Public Sector.
Now, I mentioned in our opening that Glynn is located in the southeastern coast of Georgia and encompasses some of the most beautiful parts of Georgia, the prominent islands of Jekyll and St. Simons and Sea Island. I think our listening audience would be interested in knowing the IT department is committed to configuring a stable and secure computing environment. How did that come about? I mean, James, maybe go into a little bit about how that evolved.
I guess it evolved from a director, our IT director. He wanted us to push into greater technologies, newer technologies with like the mobile app.
Well, that's actually where the segue goes now, because what you've evolved into is providing that kind of service for some time obviously, with a lot of great features. But one of those great features, last year, you guys rolled out a mobile application called Glynn Connect. Maybe, Suzanne, how did that idea for a mobile application originate?
Well, like James said, it really started with our IT director, and he felt that a mobile app would allow citizens to report an issue with the county or request services from the county from their smartphone when they were on the go.
Now, obviously, there's some choices that had to be made here, some visionary ones, and maybe go into either James or Suzanne. What made you decide to attend Inforum this fall in New Orleans?
Well, if we could back up just a little bit, James did a lot of experimenting with a mobile app. Maybe he could tell you a little bit about that.
Oh, okay, sure. Let's get into some detail, James. I mean, how do citizens use it, and maybe get into a little bit about the impact your relationship has with the residents?
Well, it's like going back to when our director asked us to come up with a mobile app. I actually wrote a small app just to demonstrate how the citizens could use the app, and looked at other counties throughout the nation to see what other ones are using. And Infor actually was releasing a mobile app at that time, so it actually worked out great that we went with Infor's product. And it runs on Android or the iPhone, and it's free. Anyone can download it. We actually promote other people to use it, not even the Glynn County citizens, because we have like a try it feature, so anyone can use it and test it out to see how it works. And it's called Glynn Connect.
Well, Suzanne commented on a couple of the ways a citizen use it. James, maybe go into some more of the detail. Exactly how can citizens use it?
Well, for example, if a citizen comes home from work one day and the trash hasn't been picked up, they can actually pull out their phone, open up the app, and select from a menu option that a garbage service, type in a small detail information that my trash wasn't picked up from the day, put the address in. They can use a map and submit it. They also have a optional choice where they can actually take a picture of the problem if it was like a pothole or something.
Both the map helps because if they don't have an address but they have a hard-to-locate item, like James mentioned, a pothole or a downed tree or a drainage ditch, they can just click on the map and the staff at the county will know exactly where the issue is. And for pictures, we've gotten some interesting pictures, problems on with county buildings, some downed trees. Since we're a coastal community, we have a lot of issues with damage from storms. So
sure, I can imagine that must be really important.
So it's easy for the citizen to indicate to us what exactly their problem is.
Well, I posed the question a little earlier, jumped a little bit ahead, but maybe Suzanne, if you would, what made you decide to attend Inforum this fall in New Orleans?
Well, both James and I had been to Inforum before, and we were really impressed with how they put the classes together, put case studies together at the offerings, and we decided we'd like to do it again, and this is the first time we've both been able to go at the same time.
And the result, did you expected, but did you find it to fulfill what you had anticipated?
Well, we think the county really gets their money's worth out of sending us. There's three things you find at Inforum. You find energy, you find ambition, and you find ingenuity, and we try to come back and bring that back to the county. Wow,
that's really, that's pretty good bottom line results. If you can come back with that kind of an inspiration, I can see where it's well worth it. What did you hope to learn or gain from the event specifically? I know that obviously the more that you can deal with best practices and see what other people are doing, but also I'm sure, as you mentioned, there was probably a lot of visionary discussions talking about what's next.
Yes, every year they kind of show where the product is going. It's nice to go ahead and be able to plan ahead, to budget for things, and start working on the direction that the software is going.
Well, again, Glynn Connect obviously is pretty innovative. Certainly a great feature and a great service for your residents and for your citizens, but I think probably almost the mobile application becomes a must when you start thinking about the islands and the atmosphere as far as being able to stay connected and stay communicating to each other. Pretty exciting stuff, guys. Suzanne, James, thank you for taking time from your busy schedule to join us for a few minutes on Tech Talk.
And thank you for having us on your program.
Thank you.